Hello, hello, American Crochet Association. Selena Baca here, founder, host, lead educator with the ACA. And on Mondays, I like to come on over here and mingle. So if you are watching live, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from. I also have a really awesome giveaway to everyone who leaves a comment. So whether you're watching here live or on the replay, you guys have an equal opportunity to win. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pick 4 of you to win. Here I have all of my screens ready. I'm going to choose 4 of you guys to win my skill building crochet workshop. It's something that I'm currently overhauling, but you guys can get in the door right now and view the current version. I'm overhauling it right now to have more homework, even more resources, and it's just going to be, brushed up and shiny and new. So when you get in the door now, you guys can totally see what we've already done. It's a fantastic course, but in the next month, you're also going to get an updated version. So again, new homework resources, all of that. So again, all of your comments count as an entry. Keep those comments coming, whether you're here live or on the replay. And I'm randomly going to choose 4 of you from the comments to win this course. Now, I do have some winners for last week. I've already replied to all of their comments from the video last week, but I do want to give them a shout out right here. Let's see. Last week I was giving away, or I am going to give away. The winners haven't claimed yet. They just found out. So I gave away all of the patterns that I talked about last week. There were 4 patterns. So it was the single cluster washcloth, the simple shells washcloth, the granny stitch scarf, and the frosted tote bag. Our winners from last week are Anita Stevens-Davis, Kellie Snider, Amy Rouse, and Jessica Miles. Congratulations to those winners. I responded to all of your comments with instructions to claim, so I can't wait to get an email from you so I can send you those patterns. All right? Okay, to everybody who is here live and leaving those comments, keep those coming. I'm going to go through all of my Mingle Monday, my list of Mingle Monday things. And then I'm going to pause at the end. I'm going to read all your comments. We're going to have a great conversation. If you guys have any questions, I'll go on ahead and answer them then. Okay? All right. First and foremost, what I would like to share with you guys, it's what's new, hip, and happening in our crochet membership. Okay? So crochet members, if you haven't yet logged in this week, go on ahead and do so. I've got all of the links for everything that I'm talking about in the video description. So after you follow along live, you guys can get links to all of these things. So again, log in at AmericanCrochetAssociation.com. You're going to find your crochet membership area. When you click on that, I'm looking from a desktop. So it may look a little different if you're viewing from another device, which you totally can. But again, it may look a little bit different. So as soon as you log into your membership area, here, let me kind of go back a little. All right, here we go. So as soon as you log into your membership area, this should be kind of the format that you're looking at. There's some resources, and I still have the January Stitch Challenge up because today is the last day in January. So it still technically is the January Stitch Challenge. I'm going to leave up the January Stitch Challenge for a few more days this week because tomorrow's the first day in February. I can't believe it. But I do want everyone to get a chance to download the free patterns because there's a free pattern in every single one of these weeks. So make sure that you're downloading your free patterns. All of these patterns are super quick and easy to make. So if you want to follow along in the stitch challenges that we have and post those, I've got giveaways every single week. So definitely log in and check that out. I've gone through all of the past stitch challenges, free patterns, and giveaways in past episodes of Mingle Monday. So if you've missed any of those, you guys can go back and view those now, okay? If you guys are not part of the American Crochet Association, you guys can also use the link below to join. Not only do you get new awesome resources and bonuses and challenges every single month, you guys also get access to the 12-course learning path. And as you can see that's accessible right here in the resource section. So you guys can just click on that and get access to all 48 lessons, 12 courses in that course. Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys now that I have a really awesome mystery crochet along that I have planned for February. Okay. So if you are a member of the crochet membership, you guys are going to get this pattern for free. I'm going to load it here into your student section. So there's going to be a new February section right here on this screen that we're looking at. And I'm only going to give you guys some details right now. Okay. More details are going to be coming, and I'll give some more information on this page in the next couple days. Okay. But in February, we are going to have a mystery crochet along. It's a brand new pattern. I've had it with testers all week. They really love it. I've seen the pictures. They think it's really fun. I think it's really fun and exciting. Last year I hosted a mystery crochet bag. It was a backpack crochet along challenge, and you guys loved it. So I'm doing that again. I'm doing another crochet backpack pattern just because you guys loved it so much. I love crochet bags, and backpacks are a really fun bag for me. So I can't wait to launch this mystery crochet along with you guys. And again, more details in this section will be coming. All right, I see a ton of you guys are here, so keep those comments coming, all right? I'm going to get back to you guys in just a minute. All right, so that's everything for the crochet membership right now. But again, that mystery crochet along is coming up soon. All right, next in the community, if you guys are not already part of our Facebook community, it's free for everyone to join. It's a fun place for you guys to learn, grow, and share. I also ask questions, I post polls, and I am definitely going to be in the market for some volunteer editors. I've got a new article that we're kind of revamping, and I would love it if you guys would just, if anyone's interested, you guys can volunteer. I have not posted yet, but it is next on the topics that I'm going to be presenting soon. And that's all about tips to photograph your crochet. It was the number 2 thing you guys voted on right after tips to crochet like an expert, which I have ready and I'll share with you guys in just a minute. But tips to photograph your crochet is an article we wrote a couple years ago at the American Crochet Association. So I just want to go through and refresh and revamp it. And again, I'm going to be looking for some volunteer editors for that. I'm just looking for some people to read through it, make sure everything's spelled correctly. And I just want to make sure that it's a good resource, that as you're reading through it, you really learn something and you take something away from it, and that it's a fun resource that helps you learn, right? So definitely stay tuned here in our Facebook community. Again, link is below. And I am going to post it and put it in the featured section. Featured is just everything that I don't want you guys to miss, things to participate in, pattern testing calls, voting, things like that. All right. Whew. Okay, guys. All right. So I did post a new article last week. It's an oldie, but a new goodie. Yeah, new goodie. Is that such a thing? So the article is tips to help you crochet like a professional. So this is something that I've talked about through the years. I've had lots of conversations on this over the years. It's an article that I wrote a couple years ago for the American Crochet Association, but I revamped it this past week. I added a ton more information, and hopefully it's a really good actionable resource for you. I'm constantly seeing questions like, how do you get good at crocheting? How can I make my crochet projects look professional? How long does it take to become a professional? How can I make my project, my stitches, my fabric look just like the thing that I'm trying to make? So I have distilled down a few tips that I think anyone can follow. So it doesn't matter how long you've been crocheting, 100 years, or you just started yesterday. These are tips that anyone can pick up and follow along. And they're things that will help you incrementally build your crochet skills. So I just kind of wanted to run through some of the tips. Definitely go and check out this article. There's tons of information in here. And there's more details and more resources, okay? So here's just the rundown, all right? Tip number 1, know your yarn. Tip number 2, understand gauge. Don't skip on this one. Tip number 3, create swatches. I know a lot of us are just sleeping on this one, but again, we got to open our eyes to the crochet swatches, and swatches are not just about size, I should say. Tip number 4, make what you love. You may go, that doesn't even make any sense. Of course I make what I love, but so many of us don't make what we love. And I talk more about how you can avoid having all those unfinished projects that you dread going back to, okay? So definitely make what you love, and I outlined what that means, crocheting with intention. Tip number 5, last but not least, practice makes perfect. Well, of course, the more we practice, the better we get. But it's about intentionally practicing. It's about putting intention behind what it is that we're doing, why we're doing it, and really incrementally building those crochet skills. So anyway, there's some 5 tips for you guys. It's a very long article, lots of great information in there. And I have sprinkled in there additional resources so that you guys can learn even more about yarn weights, yarn substitution, how to crochet a swatch, how to, oh my gosh, so many different things. I even put in some free patterns in there so you guys can go and check those out to help you build your skills. There's videos, there's stitch tutorials, tons of information. So definitely go in there, check it out, How to Crochet Like a Pro. After you read it, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. If you comment here, that comment definitely counts as an entry for the giveaway this week. So if you're just joining us, watch from the beginning after the live and you'll see what that giveaway is. Whew, wait a minute. I made it giant. There we go. Okay. All right. Last but not least in the things that I want to chat about with you guys today, because I don't want you to miss a thing, is that new pattern that I posted on our site last week. Now this pattern is something that I wrote last year for the American Crochet Association because I'm obsessed with making granny squares. And I love not just making classic granny squares, I love incorporating them into lots of different pattern categories. So the pattern category here is a granny square. I'm calling it a vest, but it can kind of be a cardigan too. Either one. And I'm really excited about this pattern because not only does it give you a very classic granny square pattern, so if you've never worked a granny square, you guys can, make your first one and see what you think. Also, because a granny square is a motif and we're joining lots of motifs together, sometimes we're really afraid to do that. Like, oh, it's a lot of work. I'm not sure how to do it. So I have a video that shows you 3 different ways to join crochet together as you go with crochet. Of course, there's tons of different ways that you can join crochet together, but this particular pattern does use one method that is crochet as you go. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And again, there's video tutorials for each one of these things. Maybe you're looking to learn how to read crochet charts and diagrams. This pattern does come with a crochet chart and diagram, especially for the joining sections, because I know sometimes whenever we read instructions, sometimes it's nice to just kind of have those universal characters. So one of our members here at the American Crochet Association, my good friend Lori, made all of these charts for me. I'm so proud of her. She does such a good job. So thank you, Lori. Shout out to you for making all these new resources for us. So again, maybe you want to learn how to make granny squares. Maybe you want to learn how to read charts. Maybe you just want to make something with granny squares. This particular pattern is free to view on our site, or you can purchase a PDF version that you can download and save forever, and you can kind of skip through all those ads if you'd like. What I love about this is that there are 2 strips of granny squares that you're making, and you are practicing joining methods as you crochet. So that's a fun new technique, right? But then the rest of the pattern is not granny square. So this is not 100% granny square. It's like 25% granny square. And then what I love about this is that you are working from the center of the garment outwards, and you can really kind of size this as you go. So it's, I know sometimes we're afraid of garments like, oh, it's so big and it uses so much yarn, it's so much time. But I love designing things that you can wear, that you can try on as you go, and you can measure as you go. This is something that you can wear very tightly, so it can be fitted if that's a style that you're going for. It's something that you can make really oversized. You can make it bigger if you want. And really, you can be a little flexible with yarn. So you don't have to get exactly the right exact kind of yarn that I used. You don't have to do that, because as you're making those granny squares, that's the first part of your measurement. And it's a really fun and simplistic way for you to kind of build something that's going to fit exactly the way you want it to. So have fun with this new free pattern that you guys can view on our site. Link below. It is the Granny Square Vest. I just wanted to remind you guys that you guys voted to see this pattern. All right. This is not, I said that like I'm blaming you. You guys voted for this. No, sorry. I'm goofy on the live. Sorry, guys. What I meant to say was thank you for voting for this pattern. It was a community favorite. I did post a poll in our Facebook community. You guys can still see that poll in the featured section. I'm going through the things that you voted for and posting those as soon as they're ready. So for example, I posted the medley hat, granny square pillow, granny square vest pattern. Here it is right here. After I post them, after they're available, I do post the links, okay? I've got a hood, I've got a headband, I've got a cowl, frosted tote bag. That was the one that I posted a couple weeks ago. And I hope that this one is next, but again, I need some more resources for it, like a chart. The sundial throw. I can't wait to share that with you guys. Whew, that was a mouthful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is everything that's new, hip, and happening at the American Crochet Association. And now I would love to see who's here. Again, questions, comments, feedback, anything pertaining to the ACA, keep it coming. All of your comments count, whether you're here live or in the replay, as your entry to win the prize this week. It looks like Harley is here. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for being here. Angela, good to see you. Hello, Brianna from Iowa. Thanks for checking in. Monica Mercado, hello, good afternoon to you from Texas. Monica Mercado is one of my favorite pattern testers. Not only does she help me under my own crochet brand, Selena Baca Crochet, but she's also an amazing pattern tester for the American Crochet Association. She's really done a fantastic job. So thank you for being here, lady. Oh, it's my friend Dana. Dana's Wanderlust Crochet. Always so good to see you here. How are you doing, my friend? How is your artisan Afghan? I was going to say Afghan doing. I wanted to say Afghan blanket. I wanted to say, oh, how is that coming along? I haven't seen your progress in a while, but if you're still working on it, keep us posted. I love your pictures. Keep us posted, lady. Oh, Monica's doing fantastic today. Harley is saying congratulations to our winners. So is Monica. Jennifer Peters, hello, friends. So good to see you here today. Harley is saying awesome. Oh, one of our ACA OGs. Chris Lopez, hello and good morning to you. Always so good to see you. Monica says, great tips. Enjoyed the article. Thank you for giving it a read. I really appreciate it. Whenever you guys see our articles or our patterns, do me a solid. If you could just maybe hit that Pinterest button, hit that Facebook button, get the word out on social media, share it with a crochet friend. I'd really appreciate it. It means a lot when you guys do things like that. So again, whenever you love an article, whenever you love a pattern, I've got those buttons there for a reason. So definitely use them. You can even email them to yourself or a friend. So hopefully those are simple ways that you guys can keep track of all the goodness that we have over there on our site. Whew, it looks like Jennifer Peters is saying something. She says, Selena, do you have an absolute favorite thing to crochet? My guess is tote bags. Maybe currently they're tote bags. I do make a lot of tote bags. They are really fun projects for me because typically I'm really drawn to small, functional, simplistic, but beautiful things. And tote bags kind of really fit that need for me. I go through cycles though. So sometimes I'm super into a particular category. Like I love making, wine tote bags. I love to make home decor. Last year I was just talking about the granny square vest. I was super into recreating granny squares into tons of different ways. So I do cycle through categories just to kind of keep it new and fun and interesting. But sometimes I'm just really inspired by a yarn. Sometimes I just kind of want to make something that's useful. I'm all over the place. I don't think there's any one particular thing that I'm like, this is what I'm known for. But small, simple, easy, functional. I mean, if it fits those boxes, then it's probably my jam. Oh, Harley says, can't wait to read the article. I do have the link down below. After you take a peek, I would love to hear what you think. So not only can you share it, not only can you comment here, but you can also leave a comment on the site. So definitely do that. Or come on over to the community. I have links to our community. You guys can share your thoughts, broaden the conversation on any topic or any pattern. And again, it'll be right in the community, which is a fun place where anyone can post. And we can just kind of continue conversations. So keep me posted. Monica says, I've been waiting to make that vest since you came out with it last year. Maybe this is the thing that motivates you to, kind of put some time towards it. What I love about this granny square vest is that there's instructions to help you come up with the best measurement. And again, you're just making granny squares to start this garment. So it's a really simplistic way to approach a thing that you wear, because you're making 2 strips of granny squares, like a strip, and you're connecting each one to the last. So what I love about that is that it's something that you can kind of sit down and, you make a few, you put it off to the side. There isn't this, sometimes with garments, depending on how they're constructed, it's like chain 119. And you're kind of like, but is this the medium or is it going to fit like large? Did I pick the right yarn? There can be a lot of questions and hesitation when it comes to things like that. But because this starts with those granny square strips, it's very simplistic to start. And it's super easy for you to measure as you go to make sure that whatever size you're making based on the number of granny squares you're creating, you can totally measure as you go and be confident about what it is that you're making. And it's a pretty portable project too. So even though it's something that you wear, it starts small, so you can, it's hopefully easier to approach. So after you get started, Monica, keep us posted. I want to see your progress. Ocean Girl 505, I'm new here. Marianne from New Mexico, I recently purchased your crochet tops book. Thank you so much, Marianne from New Mexico. Shout out to New Mexico. I used to live there near Clovis. I lived there for a couple years. And I'm missing that warm weather, especially this time of year. I'm missing how it kind of warms up and gets really hot, especially since I'm here in Oregon and we still may get some snow. But anyway, thank you so much for getting my book, Crochet Tops. I loved making that book. And as you go through it, as you make some things, or if you have any questions, I'm just an email away. So keep me posted. I can't wait to see what you're making or what you've made. So definitely post some pictures. Oh, Chris Lopez with the welcome wagon is just welcoming Ocean Girl. So sweet. Oh, look at that. I love it. It's just a community. I love it so much. Jennifer says, thanks for answering. So cool. My pleasure. When I say go on ahead and post your questions, comments, feedback, I mean it. I pause for those things. It's fun. Conversations are fun, and they help the American Crochet Association feel like a community. Oh, Ocean Girl says, I will send you some green chili. Don't play with me. I love the green chili. I buy it in cans here because that's the only way I can get it. And it's not the same. It's not the same. So I do miss my green chili from New Mexico. Woo! All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of the American Crochet Association. It's all of you. It's your comments. It's your participation in the communities that help this feel like a community. You guys make the American Crochet Association a community. I hope you enjoy the patterns that we're posting. I hope you enjoy the articles. And please, like I said, come on over to our community because I've got tons of stuff posted in the featured section. I will be looking for some volunteer editors soon, so keep your eyes peeled on that. Everyone in the crochet membership, definitely get in on those final giveaways, okay? The time is running out on your entry for those giveaways. We've got some pretty awesome ones. And stay tuned because I will be posting some information about that Mystery Crochet Along later on this week. And I'm going to be going into more detail this time next week in our next Mingle Monday. But if you're in the crochet membership, you guys will get the details first, all right? If you are not part of the crochet membership, it is quick and easy to join. You guys will get all of this fantastic bonus material like the Mystery Crochet Along this month. And you will also get full access to the learning path, which again is a 12-course learning path that includes 48 lessons. And it is just chock full of crochet information that will fill all of the gaps in our crochet education. All right. Okay, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Peace, love, crochet. Keep those comments coming. See you again here next week. Bye-bye.